Yeah. So how do you measure progress in mental fitness?
This is a great question because one of the things that I love about this, so there's two assessments. The first assessment you take gives you a ranking. That's the one that you put up in the URL. That gives you a ranking of the thought habits and patterns that show up for you out of the nine that are possible, that
Yeah.
show up for you in the frequency that they show up, right? So the top three are those ones that show up the most. So some people will take that assessment again to see if there's been any sort of change to what's in their top three. I don't know that I necessarily recommend that, but the way to measure if you're seeing an increase in your mental fitness, and I've had some clients see dramatic increases in their mental fitness, is if you take that second assessment. That second assessment is what I call the PQ baseline,
Right.
and that gives you a numeric score between 0 and 100 that tells you how often your mind feeds you positive information over negative information. And if you have a score, lower than 75, that means your mind is just whipping you with more negative information. Above that, your mind has more of a balanced approach of feeding you information. And so oftentimes I encourage my clients, if we have a 6-month contract, I invite them to take it at the start and then take it either monthly or take it at a midpoint and then take it at the end. And so it's that way that they can measure the increase in their mental fitness.
Good. So we could actually see some outcomes in our measurement.
Yes. Yes. And
Good.
that's the outcomes and measurement, right?
Yeah.
I can tell by the tone in people's voice how that has changed, how the weight that they came into coaching with has been lifted. These are all anecdotal, right? So I don't have
Yeah.
like a measurement, but I can tell the shift. It's like it's phenomenal. And I feel so grateful and so honored to be people's guide in this work.
Yeah. Big responsibility. So